Hello, everybody. Just getting everything set up. Got my chats here. Do, do, do. So um, my niece wants to assign me a Peppa the Pig character. So I'm gonna take a call right now. Just gonna turn on the Bluetooth here. Testing. Okay, still working. Do, 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 do. I think I am gonna kill the audio though, just because I don't want to have personal information out there about my family and stuff. So I am not being summoned anymore to the call. Just gonna buy all these clothes. just buying all the clothes here. I'm gonna make one of those DIY crafting tables. But we're gonna make the let's assume I just need a bunch of wood. Let's craft here. Look at that. Beautiful. I'm gonna make a second one. I think I can customize this. Oh! I think an animal was trying to get my attention. Let's see, go see if they're still there. Oh. I missed something. I think I missed a present. Oh well. I love the tin roof in this house. Did I buy this already? I'll pass. And this one, okay, just like that, your home is another proper room and another upgrade to an even cushier lifestyle, which brings us to the cost of your remodel. Do I already know how to make those? Very cool stuff. I like that. It's a cool room. I'm gonna... Let's do the customization. Alright, I have to do a wooden wardrobe. Oh, I need more wood. That's what I was doing last night when I got tired. I guess I have enough hardwood. I just need that regular wood. Too much hardwood in my pockets. Not that one. Oop! Poof. Now I need tree branches. So they must have changed this in an update because it used to be like just 3 would come out of the branch. I mean, 3 branches would come out of a tree, and now you're getting like just mad branches. And I need some stones too. Oh, I got 2 stones. Perfect. Oh yeah, I was getting wood for this task. Yo, Cat is my favorite villager, I think. At least in my town right now. She's got those like weird, close together yellow eyes. Ooh, present in the sky. Gotcha. Oh, pockets are full, okay. Drop it. Oh, my geisha wig. How do I look? Burn that. That'll free up a little bit of space. What did I get here? Tankless toilet. Oh, I needed a toilet. Sweet. I finally have a bathroom. I'm making the right room in my house my bathroom because, you know, everyone's gotta use the bathroom sometimes. Tankless toilet though, what does that look like? I would prefer a toilet with a tank. Oh, that is so cool. That's so modern, and I got the bidet next to it. Amazing. I need TP. I need like a toilet paper thing. Wow. This is so cool. So it just opens when you... It's so hygienic. I got the sink. So okay, this is how you take a shit. You do that. You do your business. And then you clean your butthole. You feel so fresh and so clean. And then you go over here, you wash your hands. And then you clean around the towels. Cool. And you got the switch. You gotta have the switch right in front of the toilet. Oh, hey, Ghosty. Did I get your presents? I did. Well, presents. Gifts. I only got one. I got something that I put it on my door. You can see it on the outside of my house here. Yeah, did you send me something else? Okay, so I have 9 wood right now. I need 14 for the wardrobe. Wow, I got all the bathroom stuff all in the same day. It's like they knew. It's like they knew what I was trying to do. I sent a gnome from the store, I thought. So, someone, I think one of my villagers... I got a gnome today, but I think one of my villagers gave it to me. Or maybe... I'm pretty sure that... Because I have a gnome outside my house too, but I'm pretty sure I got that today for one of my villagers. And you have another gift for me? Why do I deserve all these gifts? Oh, thank you. My friend Kim is getting a Switch. Oh, there we go. Guess what? I have something I totally need to tell you. Leaning close. Wait. I bet she's gonna teach me an emotion. Wait, was it? Can you guess? Do you like the reaction for curiosity? Because I'm doing it right now. Pretty neat, huh? So like, if you want to learn about a new thing, just ask about it and wait to hear the deets. Curiosity allows you to learn about the world around you. And doesn't that sound très fab? Sweet! Oh, I need to make a fishing pole. Oops. I know, I love Peanut. I found Peanut on the island that I made, the Tarantula Island. Let's craft. Oh, I need more tree branches. It's good those are easy to get. Yo, Ghosty, what do you think of this new neighbor that I had move in? This is the new neighbor. Does he have a dirt floor? Yeah, I don't know if I'm into... I think his name's Anchovy. Yeah, I don't know if I'm into Anchovy or not. Oh, my friend's gonna be... my friend's gonna be like... he's screening some film. I wonder if I should like put it on screen. I'll ask him if I should stream it. So there's two things going on tonight that I'm trying to tune into. One is my friend John Raffman is having these dream journals screened at the 58 Ann Arbor Film Festival on Vimeo. And the other thing is my friend Chartreuse is doing what looks like a pretty crazy burlesque performance from her Instagram. The only thing is I don't know how to get Instagram Live to stream on the Twitch channel. Yeah, we're doing streams on streams tonight. Streams on it's this little streamception here. So yeah. Oh, okay. So well, I can't get that. I can't get that on. Yeah. I mean, no sexual content on Twitch. Okay. So no burlesque, even though I don't know if it's. I don't really know if it's burlesque. I think it's burlesque. So I'll just like put that on my own. So if you want to go to, if you want to watch that, the person doing the burlesque is Chartreuse, and the show is called Juice Bar. Live show tonight, Juice Bar, at 8 p.m. and it's spelled CHARTRUICE. I'll put her in the chat, and that's on Instagram. And I'll put it in the YouTube chat too, even though nobody's in the YouTube chat. I know, it's like all of a sudden society has adjusted to like not being able to go outside, and everybody's doing these online events, and it's like, and you can actually go to two things at the same time. Ghosty said, I'm watching so much stuff, OMG. I'm watching a DJ stream on YouTube for 24 hours. He's so good. Yeah, there's a lot of, it's kind of like a moment right now if you're like a DJ or like a performer. Like a lot of people are like kind of making the best of it. And just like using it to like bolster their following or whatever. I should have done my dishes before starting the stream. All right, back to Animal Crossing. So forget about Anchovy. Like I don't want Anchovy in my town. Like I want someone else in my town. Like she's cute, she can stay. Oh, I gotta drop in on Cat. Cat is my homegirl. Yo, what is this jam right now? Oh, I missed the song. What should I give her? I'll give her the cardboard box. Fish? Okay, I'll give her the fish. Oh, look at the little yellow perch. It's so cute. Thanks, Rayu. I'm gonna treat this little fellow like family. Oh, right. I gotta pick a name. Uh-oh. Oh, how about, I'm awful at this. I guess I'll just call her Rayu for now. Oh, she named the fish after me. Oh. Thanks for the bells. If you're into titles, it's gonna be tough to beat the one that Ghosty's got. Inexperienced pet. That's so cool. I wish I'd thought it up first. I'd seriously love it if folks called me that. Leave it to a tourist to show us how it's done, eh? Guess it's time to up our game a little. Yo, are your ears burning, Ghosty? Oh look, and I gave her these flowers and they're in her house now. It's cool that I can craft stuff at other people's houses. I got you, Ghosty. I'm gonna ask my friend if he wants me to stream his dream journals. Okay, so he said that I should stream his dream journals on. So let's see, copy. I gotta put these somewhere that I can get it on the computer. So I'll do it in the see if I can do it in the Twitch chat. Oh no, okay, let me try this. I'm just getting the link right now. Vimeo, Ann Arbor 58 Film Festival. I'm gonna add live in there. Let's see if it comes up. Oh, here we go.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yay.
bye.
Can everybody hear it? Okay, now I'm gonna add a browser window.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Real world.
Thank you, Amanda.
Go to
Good
bed,
work,
Jerry.
everyone.
Go to sleep.
My brain is working. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
그렇죠.
Let's see. What do I cover up? I wish I could just stream the one screen. Ah! There we go. I'll just put it up here. Oh, I think this is it. The Dream Journal. Alright, I gotta make this bigger. I'll cover my face. There we go. I think that's good. It just has said Dream Journal for a long time.
Hello everybody, my name is Leslie Raymond, and I direct the Ann Arbor Film Festival. Welcome to the 58th Ann Arbor Film Festival live stream, the first ever for North America's oldest experimental film festival.
How are the levels?
I'm here to introduce the feature film Dream Journal 2016 to 2019 by John Rathman. First, a thank you to our community partner, the New Media Caucus.
Woo! Go John!
I encourage you to participate in the festival on social media. You can use the hashtag AAFFLive. We're so glad you're able to join us in this way today. We're pleased that we can offer this as a free streaming event for everybody as we're all sequestered away in our living spaces. We hope that this festival, those of you who have been watching up until now, we hope that it's provided a much needed diversion from today's news feed. And as you might imagine, Festival Week provides a good portion of our revenue. So we're not seeing ticket and pass sales come in through the physical festival. We therefore like to encourage you to consider a donation, for example, in the cost of a pass or a ticket.
All right, let's get to
Just go to
the show on the road here.
aafilmfest.org and make a donation. You can also support the film festival by purchasing a t-shirt or a DVD or a poster.
Okay.
Tonight, we will have the North American premiere of John Rathman's Dream Journal, 2016 to 2019. This is a great example of the kind of mind-bending work that we are so proud to bring to our viewers since 1963.
Are you ready to have your minds bent?
This film is made up of the dreams of the artist.
See if I can edit this.
And they've been animated in 3D animation. And I want to encourage folks who are new to the festival and haven't seen film art very much. I really want to encourage you, especially to be patient with this film. It can be puzzling, it can be intense, but what I will say is that patience will reward dividends, and that I really truly believe that this film,
Whoops.
all kinds of new perspectives on the world and help you broaden your own view. So enough of that. Let's get going with the film already.
Yes,
and
thank
join
you.
us for Q&A after the film.
Wow, 95 minutes. Are y'all locked in? You guys ready?
All I want is a dreamless sleep.
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 gonna pop into the chat on the on the Vimeo page if there is one.
Yo, Ron Jaffman, how you doing? I was just thinking about how nobody's in my chat, and like I'm just sitting here watching this, and it must look pretty boring, but you popped up. So welcome, the artist himself. Welcome to the chat. I remember watching this for the first time at was it Freeze? Is that where this was? Like 3 years ago? Last night was amazing. I almost have enough wood here. Who's that? Is that Waluigi? Is that Waluigi making a pizza? Amazing. Carol keeps saying, it's really kitsch, I love it. Tori Harmon said, aesthetic. I'm reading the chats on Vimeo. Whoa, is this a violation of Twitch TOS? I don't think so. No, I think we're good. This is crazy. Frogs are my favorite animals. Alright, so we're good. We're not violating any Twitch rules right now. Whoa! Chloe said, "Love Xanax Girl." Yeah, this is the birth of Xanax Girl. There she is.
This way. Come this way.
Yo, the music is on point. I got stung by bees.
Wake up inside. I can't wake up.
We got like a dude worm in the background. Wow, what is that, like a zebra, cicada, dachshund or something? I love its sound that it makes. Yo, Mike posted a link to a Depop where I assume you can buy the Xanax Girl hat. I don't know if those are official or not. William Laurel said, Lorelei. Oh, I remember this part. Yeah. Oh my god. I really hope Twitch takes action against me for watching this, 'cause that would be great. That would be amazing. William said, Lorelai, c'est moi, c'est William. Oh yeah, this is a reference to a classic, this is a reference to a Renaissance painting. Manatee? Oh, Flo came to the chat and was like, William was like, Lorelai, so there's two people who met in the Vimeo chat and greeted each other.
Hey!
Oh mon dieu, Teleflesh! Jimbo said, go Xanax girl.
You are a pseudo-human. You are a clone of a clone.
Did I do something wrong? Why won't you talk to me? Sorry. Should I apologize? What did I do? What happened?
Ask me about my vision of hell.
Hello?
Hi.
Milady?
Is
this a single player game?
You just don't get the joke.
Oh, Ann Arbor Film Festival doesn't want me live streaming. We will have to shut you down if you don't. Alright. That's all, guys. I'm turning it off right now.
You get what you paid for. You never get what you paid for.
We'll do shutting it down now. Well, that was a good run. Oh man, that was so cool. You can keep watching it on their link directly if you were enjoying that. And yeah, that's kind of a disappointment. They clearly, you know, they clearly don't get it. They don't know that, yeah, whatever. That's so funny. I'm gonna keep watching it on my own. I just have to grab my iPad. Could they have actually shut me down? They probably, yeah, they probably could have. Okay, John's texting me. What did he say? He says, it helps them. They are boomers. What can you do? I mean, yeah, I mean, it's not like I'm profiting off of this at all. It's like, there's only like, I don't know. How many viewers did I have? I had 6 viewers. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. If you're a viewer, hit me up. Tell me if you were enjoying that. Alright. Back to your regular scheduled programming here. Okay. Let's see here.
I had a good time, but I'm ready to go home.
Man, I really wanted to have the whole dream journal, like, with Animal Crossing next to it, like, on the stream. That would have been so cool. Whatever.
Thank you. Now I can sleep.
They probably thought that I was like siphoning off their viewers somehow. Their iPad, it doesn't even work on iPad. It's like it like keeps freezing. Yeah, there's no point in me watching it on the iPad. It keeps freezing.
That's not how it works. That's not how any of it works.
Yeah, it's not working very well.
I'm not having fun in this relationship anymore.
I believe you have been looking for this. Please let me die, please let me die.
I'm still gonna keep watching it. I hope that you're watching it too on the Ann Arbor site.
What?
No, you have to guess.
Whoa. If you're still watching, there's like all these like red druid type people, and there's like some sort of queen who's like half dressed in black, half dressed in something else. Yo, Tank told me you was rolling out the welcome wagon and stuff, right? Well, I went and got you something too. Think you can find a spot for it, Birdie? Nice, a manhole cover.
Lymphocyte.
I'm just gonna troll in the chat now. I have 4 viewers. I think one is John, one is my friend, one is probably some boring schmuck at Ann Arbor who's watching to make sure that I don't start streaming again because they have nothing better to do. And then, I don't know, maybe the 4th is Kim? Are you watching, Kim? If you're watching, shoot me a text. Dane said, was the script written or made as you went?
It's my favorite show.
So I'm not gonna type it in the chat, but basically, John, I know that John hired some of the finest 3D talent to help produce this, and he would do it piece by piece at a time. After each dream was realized, he would put it into writing and send it to the 3D team, and then he wouldn't actually know what it looked like until he got it back. I mean, obviously, edits had to be made, but pretty exciting thing to produce as an artist, you know? And then, of course, everything was edited by him. Oh, wow. Silly Ketatourists.
Yes,
그저 very 잘했어. I just wrote it up. Everybody tells it, but just we watch the bar fest. I'm Peter, so I'm gonna get it. Your favorite isn't to the north, it's into the rocks. So it's the process of the kid. What are you? Pizza shop. Is it correct? That was the name. Let's see if
is it. Yes! It's the sturgeon. Sick! Oh, I'm so happy. Gotta get that to the museum ASAP.
You'll never be used anyways.
All I want is a dream of sleep.
All I want is a dreamless 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 sleep.
John, the audio is muted.
Okay. All right. Hi, everybody. It looks like we are back. And I hope you've taken the time to get some questions ready for our filmmaker.
They're doing the Q&A
I'm Leslie
now.
Raymond. I direct the Ann Arbor Film Festival. And we're here with John Raffman, the maker of Dream Journal 2016 to 2019. And
long time coming.
okay, well, I gotta turn that sound off over there. Okay, here we go. And stay a little more focused now. We've got the chat open here, so please put your questions in, and our moderator will be piping them in over here. John, thanks again for being here with us. Again, I can see you're prepared for the times. Very good. I will start out with some questions for you, and then start to look at the feed and see what people are saying. My first question is to you. Can you tell me what is a snail to you?
You know what? I don't analyze any of the things that go into the content of the film because I feel like that would inhibit me. It's the main principle that I worked with going into
They used
it
my
was
question.
that I
How has
always
the
went
presence
with my
of the
first
coronavirus and the collapse of the
instinct,
United States economy changed your art
basically
practice?
have as little to no self-censorship as possible. And I feel like the moment you start trying to psychoanalyze things, you start getting a bunch of blocks.
All right,
and that
great.
would go
Let's
against.
just throw that out.
Yeah, just
totally cool. Okay, here's another one. I know that this work maybe I don't know in its entirety as we've seen it tonight or in what form, but I think I've read that it's been shown as a video installation at Art Basel, at the Venice Biennale, and many other venues. And I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about the conditions of viewing, being it an installation type format versus watching it as beginning to end.
very different. I mean, I structured it for the film, for a gallery setting so that it would loop seamlessly and that you can enter it from any point possible. So it's interesting to see it as a kind of cinematic front to back thing. They're both different. I don't prefer one or the other. Although I do love cinema and the immersive qualities of the theater experience and try to recreate that in gallery settings as much as possible. I mean, I usually go for a sort of combination of comfort and disgust or some sort of discomfort, either claustrophobia or a lot of the installations had these vibrating chairs that you would sit in and they would vibrate with the film, kind of like an IMAX theater, but more annoying. So they're both different experiences. I like the intimacy of the laptop and that somebody right now home alone in quarantine with the video, there's something attractive about that to me. But then I like to take that and try to bring it to a theater, to the space of a cinematic experience, immersive cinematic experience.
Yeah, I have to say I was really looking forward to seeing it on the large screen this week at the Ann Arbor Film Festival. We normally hold the festival at the Michigan Theater in downtown Ann Arbor, and this would have screened in the 200-seat screening room, I'm sure, to a full room, and I think that a much more immersive experience with the many bodies was something I was really definitely wanting to take in. But I think doing it this way, we sort of 12 days before the festival was supposed to happen, we decided to not hold the in-person event and kind of pivoted pretty quick to make it happen online. And I think that it's been quite an interesting experience having the community out in the virtual space. Is, I think, both it feels connected, but also it feels lonely at the same time in some ways. Here's questions coming in from the audience. To what degree could Ms. Xanax be considered an ingenue? Is she the master of her fate or at the whims of her world?
Fantastic question. I think that's actually the central question in a lot of my work. And to what extent are we structuring reality, and to what extent is the world around us structuring us? And I think that's the core. I don't have an answer to it, but I'm glad somebody asked that. I think, to what degree does the media that we consumed growing up and right now structure, change our perception of reality, and to what degree do we control our own fates? And I think it is a dialectic. I see Xanax Girl as a hero of our times, and I think there is a combination of both, and it is a Homeric journey of some sort, so like Odysseus, but there's no home to return to.
Yeah, interesting. It just there's a filmmaker, Joni Wind, who had a film a couple days ago, and she was talking about this same thing. She basically took sort of control by videotaping and manipulating herself in a quite digitized environment. And the question, especially of, for women taking control of the representation was a question. And she said that it's very kind of same answer. She doesn't know if she's actually taking control. What is her acting and what is her reacting or being a product of her environment? Very apropos. Okay, here. How has the present situation with coronavirus and the collapse of the United States economy changed your art practice? Yeah.
That's a big question. I mean, it just happened, right? But what's interesting is that I began my art practice in 2008 when I graduated from the Art Institute of Chicago, and that was also a time of economic crisis. So maybe, and I also relaunched my Nine Eyes of Google Street View project, which started around then. So maybe, I mean, in a way, it feels like first, this is almost a weirder version, a much darker and weirder version of what occurred back then. So I'm used to this. I don't think it'll change. If anything, artists, I mean, I feel like Dream Journal began in 2016, which was sort of the beginning of the great weirding of reality. So I think it's getting further and further towards some sort of unstable, where none of us share a coherent vision of the world. There's not in a way the centerless reality we've lived in for a while now has just grown to a point where it's so weird that reality is weirder than fiction, and that I think artists need to respond to that. But I'm not sure, it's so new. Life moves so fast.
Yeah. No doubt. You just mentioned your project, the Nine Eyes Google Street project. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Can you tell us about that?
Sure. I mean, basically, I'm a virtual explorer on Nine Eyes of Google Street View. And I see myself as a sort of contemporary street photographer, and I spent years just strolling the virtual streets of the greatest, in a way, archival project ever created by Google, which is this giant Google archive, which was started off as just a feature to Google Maps. But for me, the core of the project is this tension between this automatic neutral gaze of the Google camera and the fact that we see in the pictures profound humanity and beauty and everything from the sublime to the surreal to everything. So that tension between this neutral automatic camera that just is basically gathering information for a giant tech monopoly, and our perception of it, which just gives meaning, sees narrative. For me, that tension is like one of the core to the condition, the contemporary condition.
Yeah, that meeting of the machine vision and then the organic human life forms.
Yeah.
Interesting. Let's see. Does John spend time on Discord for research?
I have friends who.
I don't know what Discord is, so if you could inform me.
I'll just answer the question. It's explaining it's a little more difficult. I'm part of a few Discord channels, just music ones. One for James Ferraro, one for OPN, and another private one with my friends. But no, I don't spend that much time. Although I do have a friend who researches neo-Nazi groups on Discord for his job, and how young men get radicalized these days. So I mean, it is definitely a part of the internet that has, I mean, it's emerged recently, and I think it is an important place where culture is created, both dark and fascinating.
It sounds like a communication platform.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Any favorite servers?
Yes, I just said James Ferraro, OPN.
Gotcha. How did you stitch together the dreams to create continuity?
Another good question. Well, originally it started as a more Ankawara style project where I would just have a free association automatic writing session, and then I would get it animated, and I would do this regularly every few days. And so they became kind of discrete dreams, each one of them not related. But then when I was thinking about it more, I felt like it didn't actually capture a certain sentiment that I wanted, which was this feeling that I had while surfing the internet, where yes, everything's disconnected, and then you can read somebody's status update about their lives, and then see a hilarious shit post or meme, and then read about some terrible event that's happening in the world, and it's not related, but it's still like this, your journey through your feed. So so basically, after gathering all these discrete episodes, I was like, how can I make this into this unity, this free-flowing piece of sort of experimental narrative? And I started to piece together, and that's where I decided that Xanax Girl would be my hero, and I would even rewrite dreams for her to be the star of. And then I felt it actually created that sense of a dreamlike journey where it's just nonstop accelerated reality, where one event happens after another, and that before you know it, you've moved through 3 different portals. And in a way, that I think that move from changing it from these discrete kind of daily dream entries into a more seamless narrative was essential to kind of capturing that state which I wanted to capture, which kind of trying to create narrative out of the act of surfing the internet.
Interesting. So if I'm understanding you right, did you you took your protagonist, Xanax Girl?
Yeah.
Was she sort of the vehicle that joined everything together?
Yeah, in a way. I mean, there was different characters that kind of, again, I wouldn't analyze anything. I would just spew out, like, consume media, consume like my vast image archives, and then just vomit out whatever came out. Whatever came out, I would just animate, no judgment. And then from that, I looked at what resonated, and then I would take those characters on further journeys.
Mm-hmm. How do you record your dreams initially after waking up? Do you write them down, draw them, etc.?
You know that the dream journal is actually not totally true. I do pull from my dreams, but it's as much of using other surrealist techniques like automatic writing, free association. A lot of it actually comes from creating these mood boards where that are kind of function as prompts, and then I just like go through image after image, and just tie them all together. So in a way, they're less my dreams and more me trying to embody some sort of algorithm of like my particular image bank. In a way, I don't see them as my dreams. I see them more as like me as a vessel for the internet's dreams.
And also, maybe you're tapping into the subconscious stream. You're sort of feeding all of this imagery in, and your experience from being out there, and has to settle down into the subconscious somewhere. But I think when I think automatic writing and some of those kind of techniques are sort of built to kind of pull from that place.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. That sort of addresses this question. To what degree would you say you operate on instinct when making dream journals?
Yeah, I mean the core is to not question and not censor your mind. I mean, otherwise, I wouldn't be accessing what I'm trying to access, which is this sort of universal unconscious that I'm trying to be a vessel for, the internet's one at least. So yeah, it's my main rule is don't try to be intelligent, like don't try to be smart, and be obvious, and just keep on moving forward, and don't question what comes. Just don't question, or you won't get through. You won't sort of access this lucid trance-like state that I'm trying to.
Yeah. Another question here: would you ever make this into a game?
I'm not a. I mean, it would be. I would love to collaborate with somebody to make it into the game. I mean, I'm interested in creating virtual worlds, but right now I'm definitely more in the direction of cinema. I'm working on a part 2 that's not starring Xanax Girl, but using the same techniques, and that involves gaming. But yeah, I'm more interested in gaming culture and using the signs, signifiers, and like grammar that comes out of gaming, but to bring it into a cinematic context.
Can you talk a little bit maybe about your personal relationship or history with gaming?
I mean, I'm an only child. I grew up in the 80s and 90s and definitely played a lot of video games. I became fascinated with professional gaming in like the 2008, 2009 and made a film and documentary about it. But I'm definitely more of a amateur. I'm not I look at gaming now as I keep up to date with the latest games more because I see them as potential, in a way, giant sets for film. So a lot of my films involve taking video games and using them as like high production value sets for like essayistic narratives I write, and like trying to be Chris Marker but in game worlds, which actually he also kind of did near the end of his life, he had a piece about Second Life and has a world in Second Life. So, but yeah, I think there has never been a cultural product in the history of the world except for maybe, great churches, medieval churches that so much money and human and capital and human effort has been poured into than like a video game like Grand Theft Auto. So why not use this to like create work? And other people are too. There's a whole culture called machinima.
Sure.
I love VR Chat and Second Life 2, which are not quite games, but they're 3D virtual worlds that also have a lot of potential for what I'm talking about.
Right. It makes me think about, 200 years ago, people painted the landscape or whatever. It's sort of like what's in your field of vision and what occupies us in
Exactly.
the contemporary day, what's in our field of vision. It's a very different kind of ball game. So very interesting. Let's see. Can you please let us know which software is used?
Daz 3D is where a lot of the models come from, and Poser, and then obviously like it's edited and different video editing softwares mixed. But yeah, Poser, Daz 3D are the core, and it's an old version of Daz 3D. The key was to like find a software where I could respond quickly, because obviously CG animation is incredibly time intensive and render intensive, but I wanted to find a way that I can work with an animator to respond to the moment instantly. So like week to week, we can be, reacting to the world around us in our own way.
Mm-hmm. If I remember correctly, the credit at the end is just you. That
No, I worked with an animator who I've never met and we've been working together for 5 years now, and we have this very interesting relationship.
So your team
and he refuses to be credited as by his real name. I think.
Interesting.
And part of it is the process of like 3 levels of translation. So there's the first level of translation of like the dreaming or the free association, and then there's me trying to communicate that through intensive mood boarding and writing, explaining, and then there's his interpretation of that. So there is all these layers that occur from like that moment of, just intuitive spewing out of whatever's coming into my mind.
There was this question here: how large is your team for animation and sound?
Just one, and it's a really slim team. It's just me, a sound editor, the animator, and then of course Daniel Lopatin and James Ferraro, who did the music, who are good friends of mine.
Why so much blood and stabbing?
Again, these are things that maybe if I went into analysis, I could figure that out. But I think it's at the same time, I'm interested in this tension between like the immateriality of the world right now, and obviously the profound physicality and like the fact that we are, mortal beings that can get deadly viruses that kill us, and there is this tension that is central. You can try to live a fully immaterial existence online, but you'll never escape the fact that your body's a decaying, core physical what you call piece of meat.
So apropos for the moment, like you say. Let's see. Maybe 1 or 2 more questions.
Sure, whatever you want.
Thank you. We've got, how would you compare the Xanax hat girl to the Kool-Aid man from Second Life?
Who's playing right behind me right now, by the way. So that's an avatar that I had for many years where I would explore Second Life. It was a sister project to the Google Street View project, but rather than exploring the kind of archival documentary world of Google Street View, I was exploring the Second Life, which is for me a world of the imagination and desire, a kitsch world similar in a way to the Dream Journal world. Kool-Aid Man was a flaneur, and I saw Kool-Aid Man as the sort of voyeuristic explorer that was never quite fitting in, but definitely empathetic towards everything around him. And there was something sinister about the smile that you could, this permanent smiley face smile, but also almost like a trickster type character. I think Xanax Girl's more in the tradition of, like I said, of Odysseus and an Alice in Wonderland maybe. It's an adventure. She's an adventurer, while Kool-Aid Man is more of a voyeur that walks through these different virtual expanses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as he's doing.
Yeah, right now behind me.
Let's see. How would you assess the arc of post-internet art movement, and how do you respond to it?
I mean, movements are always, especially this one, which was not like created from a bunch of artists saying this is our manifesto on reality. I'm glad it had its time and place. I don't know what to say about it. It's a very fraught term, and I'm not sure how meaningful it is anymore, considering how every single artist and image maker, any human being is influenced by the internet on one level. These terms are just are used by art media to narrativize the world, and it's always a lot more complicated from it. I used it to get it helped, I felt situated within this context. I don't think any great there was no great critic or to emerge from that sort of made it feel like we were all. It felt more like a moment in time than an actual artistic movement. And I don't know. It's interesting now that because of the quarantine, where all these different, where in a way it's having a resurgence, but it's also kind of annoying because. But I don't want to go into that right now. It's a separate topic. Feel free to contact me on your own to talk about that. But it is. I find it hilarious that there's all of a sudden there's kind of a rebound on post-internet, which makes sense actually. But I'm more interested in the internet art, which is pre-post-internet. In a way, that's where, for me, that's what kind of attracted me to the art world, which is this excitement of finding new languages to play with that emerged from the internet.
How did you get started making art?
I don't know. I don't even remember when I started. It was from the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. You were just mentioning with that that question about how we're all influenced by the internet, and then we're all sort of living in it now that we're everybody's having their business meetings and Zoom. Exactly. People are having doing all their classes online. It's an interesting kind of, moment to think about where do we situate art. And I would say I've really been just pleased that we've been able to offer the film festival, streaming out there into people's living spaces. There's something really nice about it's not it's not a representation of art, but it's just, open the portal and here the art is coming out at you right now. I really kind of like that a lot about what's happened this week. Here's a question. Do you ever start to dream about the project?
Of course. I mean, the dreams definitely infiltrate the project, and the project infiltrates the dreams. It's like if you play Tetris long enough, you'll dream of Tetris. If you play chess long enough, you'll dream of chess. If you read, if you get really into a novel, you start dreaming about that. Like it's just the nature of like an obsession.
There's something I think about moving image medium that's very so fluid with reality, with memory, with dream, and everything sort of, did that thing happen to me? Did I dream it? Did I?
I mean, reality now, I feel people are going crazy. They're going to start going more and more crazy, and then it's going to be this, the world is so weird already. Like when I was watching the Pope the other day in the Vatican by himself, it looked cooler than any Star Wars film. I mean, in terms of, that's easy, but in terms of just like the mise en scène.
What's your favorite project that you're working on right now?
I'm working on lots of projects right now. I don't know if I have a favorite, but the one that's on the top of my mind is just telling different sort of. They began from sitting around one night with a bunch of friends, and the power went out, and everybody had to tell contemporary urban legend ghost stories. And then I remembered a story from my youth that I'll tell really, really quickly. But there was a game I used to play after school that was a text-based RPG. So there was no graphics. It was everybody just typed, what was in the room, and you described. So we role played different characters, and you moved into a dungeon space, and there would be text describing what the room looked like. And I was obsessed with it, but I totally forgot about it. And one day I bumped into an old friend who wanted to meet me at this like a Warhammer store. And he was like, "Do you remember this game that we used to play?" I was like, "Oh yeah, of course." He said, "I can't find any evidence of it online." And I was like, "No way, that's impossible. Nothing disappears anymore." So I went home that night and I looked for it online, and I couldn't find any screenshots, no pages dedicated to it, nothing. It was called Punctured Sky. And I was like, that's so weird. So I started a thread on a forum saying, does anybody remember this game? And people started posting comments saying, oh yeah, I love that game. Oh yeah, I remember playing that when I was a kid. But nobody could find any evidence of it whatsoever, which was really creepy because, nothing, on one level, like the internet and digital world is so precarious, things can just disappear and be erased forever, like MySpace. But on another level, it's hard, like your history can never be erased, and that's scary too. But I couldn't find this game, and then it's a long story, but basically somebody contacted me and said, meet me in this video game, Grand Theft Auto Online, and I'll tell you some important information about this game. So I went online, and then I was waiting for him. Nobody showed up. And then somebody started shooting at me, and I realized that they actually weren't shooting at me. They were shooting at the wall next to me, and they were writing in bullets a URL address that then slowly disappeared. So I went to the URL, and I found some information that could lead me to who the company that made this game was. And I went on this huge wild goose chase. I won't get into it, but eventually it led to a dead end. I thought maybe somebody was trolling me. And then one day I was talking to my mom, and I said, do you remember this game that I played growing up every day after school? And she's like, oh yeah, I always thought it was weird that you would just come home from school and sit in front of the computer and not turn it on and like stare at it for hours. So I'm taking that real story and turning in it. And I just like this. But maybe we should end it on that. I feel like, unless there's any last questions.
Yep, I think that's a beautiful ending. Really, that's what is real. Is it a dream?
Yeah.
Wonderful. John, thank you
Thanks for
so
having
much.
me. Yeah, thanks
Sharing-
everybody in the chat.
Thank you for generously spending
My
time with
pleasure.
us.
I'm so happy to be part of the festival.
Yeah, wonderful. Okay. Have a good night.
Oh, that was cool. Thank you for your patience, whoever is still here. That was really neat. Alright, I'm going to end the stream. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good evening. Goodbye.